Yeah. Smiling woman.
What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's your boy, Hey Honey, Thailand. Welcome to Thailand TV. Yeah, man. You know, coming at you. You know what I'm saying? My little talk shows, just talking to you about things, information, insight, facts, current events. You know what I'm saying? Just talk to you about whatever, right? And today we're gonna stay on the subject of sports. I've been on sports for a little while now, but that's what's going on. So it's hot right now, you know what I'm saying, with the AAU and all that kind of stuff, basketball, baseball, football, football too, yes, 7-on-7, they be going like this too. So, but yeah, we're gonna talk about some sports again today. We're gonna dive right into it, man. Something that's big is going on in the news right now. LeBron James has become the first player in history to play on a professional basketball team with his son. I don't know what's going to happen. He just got drafted yesterday. His son just got drafted to the NBA, to the Lakers, same team that LeBron is on. So there's a lot of controversy that's following this too. A lot of people are upset, speculating that the only reason why Bronny, that's the son, the oldest one, that the only reason why he got in there is because he has a James last name, right? Nothing to do with his ability to do things out there on the court. A lot of people say he ain't good. I mean, I'm a real dude, you know what I'm saying? I said he trash. You know what I'm saying? I said he trash. I mean, right now, you know what I'm saying? Whatever people are right now, they can always do something, they can always get better, especially in the NBA, because the NBA only really picks projects now. I mean, almost the whole first round is basically projects, because they're all freshmen or people that have been overseas for 1 year. So they're young kids, 20 years old, 19 years old in the NBA. Bronny is not ready yet. 4 points a game, 2 rebounds a game, 2 assists a game, which is 2 points something assists a game, which is alright, which is good. But 4 points a game, plus not in a lot of games that were like the biggest clutch game. I personally, I got two sides of this story. Don't come at me. I got two sides of this story to this, right? Okay, so the first side is we're gonna delve right into it. We're gonna give you the meat of the sandwich. Bronny trash right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't even go into the game at USC in clutch times. I watched the game, I was sitting there pumped. I was like, ooh man, it was a game that was on. I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna watch the Bronny game. You know what I'm saying? Let's watch LeBron James son ball. Watching the game, and he was in there, you know what I'm saying? He was doing whatever while they Skippy, but wasn't like standing out. Wasn't at that level where he was ready to stand out and be dominant and take control, right? And he just kind of disappeared on the court, right? And when you're that type of player, which you're supposed to be, you don't disappear. But he kind of disappeared. And then eventually, I must have got up to go get some drink or whatever, came back down, and was watching the game for about it was like 7 minutes when I left, when I went to go to the kitchen or whatever, something. Came back, it was probably about 5 minutes left in the game, and he wasn't in there. And I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize it for like another minute or so. I was like, what the Bronny at? They went by the bench, and I was like, Bronny right there. So me personally, hey, this is a personal feeling. This ain't a overall or coaching or a professional basketball player insight that I have. I'll get to that later on. But he just ain't ready yet, man. He will be. I mean, he will be. That's what they do, like I said. But I think that Bron had an influence in them making that happen. I think when you get to the 50s in the draft, though, it can go either way. And you never really can predict that. So, I mean, it could be, because everything is a project when it comes to the NBA. And Bronny is going to be a project, but they're going to work on him. He's going to be working with his dad. Not only that, he's going to get a leg up. My guy Gary Trent always told me that he was like, because we used to practice on a Tuesday and a Thursday. He's like, yo, man, we got to try to get to the gym from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. He's like, that's 5 days. He's like, most teams are practicing only 2 days a week. He's like, man, see if you get to the gym 5 days, because what they doing for 2 days, we be doing for 5. That's double and a half what they're doing. So, projects, that's what they do. They look at something, they see the potential, and they specialize. They give them specialists. And then plus not only that, Bronny will be able to go home and work with his dad too. That's like 24 hours of just basketball. So he gonna be alright. But at that time, I think this wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? Love to the Bronze, man, family. And as I give a shout out and give love to the Bronze family, I'm gonna go ahead and delve into my second point of this whole situation. The guy didn't have a father in his life. from what I've known and grown up to understand when it comes to men, is that we are, especially men since I was my age, because my father wasn't in my life too, and I know a lot of friends that, a lot of my peers who didn't have fathers in their life. Like my son TJ, I'm in his life, making sure. My son Lincoln, I'm in his life, making sure. My daughter Brianna, I was in her life, making sure. Especially at a young age. And I think nowadays more dads are starting to do that. So with LeBron having no father in his life, his mother was basically the only one that was raising him besides any other help that she had. He grew from, what do they call it? Rolls in the concrete. He was a rolls in the concrete. Because in studies, that should be a failure of trying to succeed coming from that type of background. And what he did was not only was break out of the concrete, but he built concrete. He built out of the concrete for others. You know what I'm saying? Like built a school. You know what I'm saying? Put people on. And throughout the NBA, if you think about it, throughout the NBA, he put people on too. Like he would literally be like, yo, sign him. You'd be like, oh yeah, he ain't going over to that team. Boom, boom, he signed to him. That's Bron. Like he was putting people on. And to be able to have your son collect an NBA check, to be a part of that. Like, I don't know what part. I mean, you got Pelinka, you got all the, you know what I'm saying, or what's the name? You got all the people over there, Bus. You got all the people that make big major decisions, been making them for a long time. And you got Bron there, who's a big time decision maker within the last 10, 12 years of our lives. All this campaign that he be doing since The Witness, since the first time I saw on the billboard or side of a building, and his arms stretched out, was Witness, right? So he's been on that marketing level forever. So I don't know how much of an influence he had in the decision making of this, but it was talked about a long time ago, maybe 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to just do that, and not only have him sign an NBA contract, but have him be on the same team as you. Because you know, I feel the same way when I go watch my son play, or when I play with my son. I know my son because you're me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with the skill you got, if you do me, you be cold, right? That's how dads feel, right? Dads feel like that on everything. That's all God, right? So if you think about it like that, just to be able to touch that, you know what I'm saying? For however long that ride rides, we don't know. It's up in the air how Bronny gonna turn out. I know the younger ones don't. I know that much. But however Bronny gonna turn out, it's up in the air. So to be able to touch that though, to be able to make that happen, be the first in the history to make that happen, besides in baseball. Other sports has happened, I think. But anyways, we're talking about basketball right now yet. So it's just phenomenal. Not only that, it speaks to fatherless men being succeeding and putting others on, right? And that's what we're supposed to do. And it makes me jump into LaMelo Ball and what he did with LeVar Ball, what he did with the Ball brothers. It's basically the same thing. And if you see the ridicule of the decisions that these men make, it's crazy because all these men did was love their sons more than anything else. That's all they did. They were ridiculed about it because the world and society seems like they don't want that to happen. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love that opportunity. So bless him and bless the James family for being able to do something like that, being the first to do that. But the world doesn't take it like it's acceptable. Even though every race in the world does the same thing. Every race in the world passes it down to their son. Heirs. Heirs is not a black community word. You know? It is now. We do it for our sons. Quick pub. Be on the lookout for Forefathers. Documentary coming to you soon. Holla at you. I'm out.
Yo, Nick, pass, make it slack.
Yeah, put your life on the line for this, you don't deserve it. Yeah. Smile at one my